We're live, yay! Welcome back. I think this little thunderstorm is just interfering with my network. Yeah, definitely. So now we're all good. Okay, so before we got cut off, so I might as well just start this video with that topic of how my looks changed my whole dating scene and my whole dating life. Yeah, so when I was dating before I was so focused on being more feminine and all of that kind of stuff, I really didn't put a lot of effort into my dating, into my looks at all. So, and I look back on pictures and I cringe because I'm like, oh my goodness, I looked so messy and like I really didn't know how to keep my looks together. And when I think about how I was in a serious relationship at that point. And when I think about how, you know, the man that loved me was treating me, I cringe. I cringe because, I accepted so many things because I literally believed that I couldn't do any better. And it was easy to believe that because when I looked in the mirror, I looked crazy. I looked absolutely insane. It felt like he was doing me a favor by being there. And he felt that energy from me. And that's how he acted. And that was my whole experience. So, it was very difficult for me to actually get to a point of owning my, you know, broken down relationship and owning the fact that because I didn't take enough time to take care of myself, my relationship couldn't have survived, right? And I wasn't even enjoying dating anyway. It was a chore. It was painful. So it was difficult to get to that point. But when I got to that point and it took, a breakup for me to actually get to a point where I started really taking care of myself first. Um, but when I started doing that, everything around me started changing. People started treating me better. People that weren't treating me well started disappearing from my life. I started, you know, um, developing an intolerance to the people that weren't treating me well. So even when I was in their presence, I could feel my energy was not what I wanted it to be. And I got myself out of that. I started developing the confidence to get myself out of those situations. And why? Because I saw how I was able to get the treatment that I wanted. So I knew I didn't have to put up with stuff that I did not want. You know what I mean? When you start getting what you want, you have the freedom to say no to things that you don't want. You have nothing to lose because now you're on this level. So you let those things go away. So when I started doing that and realizing, hey, life is actually really nice, it can be a lot of fun. I can have a lot of fun. I gave myself permission to have fun. And most importantly, I gave myself permission to feel important enough for me to put effort into myself. A lot of people still ask me, oh my gosh, you take 45 minutes to get ready. Why all that effort? I'm not doing all of that. It's not worth it. This guy is not worth it. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. And then you go out there looking 45% instead of looking at least 80%, as good as you could be. And then you bump into that guy that is your guy. And he can't even register you because you don't even look like anything that he wants to be associated with. Then what do? I have met people while on dates, while doing grocery shopping, while whatever, who have bought me gifts, who have treated me really nicely, who have given me experiences that I was not even getting. Not to say in my previous relationship I didn't get any good experiences, but they always came with a string attached. Here, people are doing things because they want to. People are buying me gifts because they want to you know it's just a way of them showing appreciation for me putting effort into myself and allowing them to enjoy that as well by virtue of being next to me, by virtue of being able to look at me. And that's it. it's a whole different dynamic. And so a lot of like people who are close to me are shocked when, I'm so relaxed, I'm dating, I'm seeing people, I'm meeting really nice people, I'm getting treated really well, I'm getting taken on vacations and stuff like that. And they're shocked because they're like, wait a minute, what are you doing that I'm not doing? Because we're basically on the same page. And I'm like, I am consistently taking care of myself. Look at me right now. It's a Friday night. I'm sitting at home doing my makeup on YouTube with you guys, practicing how to look good. This is what I do. And if somebody would happen to call me, hey, are you busy? Let's go do dinner. I don't like last minute dates, but, you know, I'd be ready for it, you know. And on Saturday, when my date comes and picks me up, or on Sunday, if I go for my date, at least I have a new makeup look that looks different from how he saw me the first time. Do you know what I mean? So, all of those things have given me an added advantage because men like that. Men like that. And then we can go on and on about how it's shallow and that's not right. A man should love you for who you are. Yes, we can do all of that. But at the end of the day, men love a woman who looks after herself. And let's be honest, who doesn't? Who doesn't? If you go somewhere and there's a beautiful woman over there, you're probably going to feel really good looking at her, especially if she's friendly and all of that kind of stuff. That's why, even in marketing, beautiful women are a big part of marketing because that's what people want to see. That's what children want to see. That's what men want to see. That's what other women want to see. We all want to see beautiful women, all of us. That's just how it is. So if you're not using that to your advantage, you're really doing yourself a disservice because men will treat you like gold, and not just the man that's on your arm. Men in general. There'll be men running to open doors, running to help, running to do this and that and whatever for you before you even realize you need something. He's there giving it to you and all of that kind of stuff. They just want to take care of you. All of that crazy stuff you know the guy that I'm with, I don't like speaking about him because it's a very private relationship, but he feels and I'll speak about this in depth in another video. He feels not only physically attracted to me, which is obviously a very important part of any relationship, but he also feels emotionally attracted to me, and I had to learn that as well. So it's not enough to just put on makeup and put on a cute dress. That is a very good start, but as you go in deeper, you realize that there's also emotional attraction. And men and women don't fall in love the same way. We fall in love with our ears, what men tell us. And a lot of the times, if we'll let them do something for us, we fall in love through that as well. But men will mostly fall in love through their eyes and how you make them feel. And so, if you don't know that and you don't learn that and you don't exercise that and you don't put that as part of a man's experience with you, there's only so much that he's going to want to do with you. And that's just how it is. Obviously, men are wired to want certain things. Absolutely, we know that. It's part of procreation. But if you're not able to go beyond that with a man, it's going to be very difficult to get certain commitment, certain consistency out of him, and a certain experience in your dating overall. You have to be able to appeal to a man on various levels. So I will actually make a video on how to appeal to a man emotionally. But what I can say is um, being feminine helps because, first of all, being feminine is rare. Not a lot of women do it. Not a lot of women know how to do it consistently. So when you do it and you do it consistently and you do it all the time, and that's what he gets to experience, you become his go-to for some feminine, you know, um, feels or whatever you want to call it. When you become his go-to for the feminine experience, you become virtually irreplaceable because he doesn't get that at home, with his family, with his parents, with his siblings, obviously. He doesn't get that at work because all the women at work are competing with him for positions and being right and all of that kind of stuff. He doesn't get that in social settings, because all the women in social settings are only selling, certain things. The physical experience, they don't really appeal to anything else. The only place he gets his feminine fix is with you. You're the only feminine woman he knows, or you're one of the only few feminine women that he even has access to. Okay, so you become the prize because you are something that a lot of men want and a lot of men cannot find, because a lot of women don't want to be feminine. They don't know how to be feminine. So that for me has changed the whole game. I don't even stress about certain things. I don't even put effort. Like I remember in my previous relationship, I would have to put all the effort and reassure my partner and show him how I appreciate him. And when I didn't, it was always a problem. I'd always have to work so hard just to keep him around. And in my current relationship, I mean, when I say weeks can go by without me saying anything to this man, I don't do anything, I don't say anything, I don't send photos, it'll be like maybe like a week and a half, and I'll be like, huh, I haven't reached out. I haven't said anything, maybe he said a couple of things or whatever, but like I haven't said anything to him. And I know it's important for him to also feel like I desire him, I think about him, he's a part of, my thought process, he's a part of my life. So I'll just, I'll drop something cute, like I'll drop a cute text, or maybe send a cute little photo, a cute little selfie if I'm out doing something nice, or something just personal to show him I'm thinking about him, and it's something cute, and he will absolutely appreciate it. I remember um I sent him a text message when I first moved in here, and it was just such a random message. It didn't even have a cute photo like I'd usually send or whatever. Never anything kinky. Well, not never, but nothing like, explicit. Let's put it that way. Um, but it was nothing like that. It was just a very cute, hey, I hope you're okay. Haven't seen you in a while, and I've been thinking about you. Nothing really, anything. And it was his favorite message ever. And he was so excited to get this message. And, it was just like a whole big thing. And anyway, whole sequence of events happened after that. But what I'm saying is, a little bit of effort goes a long way now, because a man feels lucky to have me. He feels lucky that he knows I'm really not texting anybody telling them I miss you. So if he gets an I miss you message, it's special, you know. Whereas a woman who's so eager to please a man, and she's already saying I miss you, I love you from like the first week or the second date, he knows that she's probably doing that with like every guy that she goes on a date with, and he's just like, he's not going to treat you the same. So when you start valuing your energy and you conserve your energy and you make him earn your energy, he likes that, because he knows not a lot of guys will be able to do that. First of all, you're confident enough to say, well, if you can't keep up, there's the door, have fun, it's been great. But you don't have to be nasty, because this is just who you are. You're not trying to prove a point, right? So, and then ironically, they do more for you. So my guy, I don't ask him for anything. I don't have to. He anticipates my needs. He spoils me. There's a lot of fun stuff that he brings into my life, and I really like that. And all because I'm just super feminine. That's it. So, ladies, if you feel like, and I did a poll on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, check me out. It's Nina Black 421. And yeah, so I had a poll on my stories this week where I was just kind of interacting and finding out how many ladies are dating, and guys, because I have guys follow me there as well. How many ladies are dating? How many ladies are happy with their dating experience? What do you consider dating? What's your ideal date? Do you want to Netflix and chill? Do you like fine dining? And it was pretty interesting to see, all the different responses and stuff like that. So it just kind of drums the whole idea home that we're not all looking for the same things. So I think that's the best place to start. What are you looking for in your dating experience? And then act accordingly. There's various ways to do that. But for me, when you have the looks, it's easy for you to choose the kind of relationships that you want, and it's easy to walk away from the stuff that you don't want because right around the corner a bunch of guys are waiting to just give you whatever you want. So as I round up this look, one more story to share this and drive this story and drive this message home. So a guy that I had gone on a couple of dates with, and he was actually a really nice guy, until until he wasn't. Anyway, so I get there, and before I even walk into the restaurant, as I'm approaching the restaurant, so he's basically seated on the open terrace at the top, and I'm walking in from the bottom, obviously. So he sees me approach, and he sees the people who are sitting on the deck at the bottom. As I'm approaching, all the men literally turning their heads and breaking their necks to check me out. Okay. And girl, when you rock up in a place, you can't be looking like you're trying to hide behind a tree. You don't want to be seen. You need to pull out your Naomi Campbell and do it. Do it. Okay. That's how you get that done. Okay. So I walked in there, and bear in mind, this guy is really trying to make up with me because, we were dating, seeing each other, went on a couple of dates. He got me a couple of gifts and stuff like that. And then he picked a fight with me one day out of nowhere. And I ignored him. From there, I ignored him. And now he's trying to make up for it, right? So keep that in mind. So I walk up there, everybody turns, he sees everybody turning. The waiter, the manager, everybody's trying to, rush to open the door and get me to where I need to go and clear out my path and pick up even, a grain of sand, whatever needs to be done so that, I'm as comfortable as possible. So by the time I get to him upstairs, he has seen the effect that I have on men in this restaurant. Okay. So, he's on his best behavior. And, well, at some point he said, something that I didn't like. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to leave. And I got up and I took my bag and I started to leave and head for the door. And he had to literally run and beg me to, please don't do that. I'm so sorry. Da, da, da. Why? Because he knows the minute I walk down by myself, fuming, some guy's gonna stop me, offer me a drink, and that's that. That'll be the end of that. So when I say my looks changed my dating life, I have options, and men know this. And if they are secure enough in themselves to come at me, they love it. They love it because when they walk around with me on their arm, they get the props of, oh wow, he's got a woman like that on his arm. He must really be the man. It's just so many levels to it. I should make a whole video just on the benefits for the man, when you're looking good. But it'll change your whole life. People, staff, men, women, children, family, everybody starts treat jobs. Everybody starts treating you different because they see you as something rare that they're not used to, and they appreciate that and they hold that at high esteem. So ladies, I know doing makeup is takes a lot of patience. A lot of people don't like it because they don't have a lot of patience, but the few of us that actually do invest time in makeup, we reap all the benefits because we're the only ones out here doing this, and we're the only ones that men are looking at. Like, look at the type of women that men break their necks for. It's not plain Janes. I'm sorry to say it. It's not. A man is not turning his head for no plain Jane. He's turning his head for a makeup look that looks like this. You know what I mean? He's turning his head for somebody who's dressed looks good, looks clean, her hair looks good, her makeup looks good, she looks like she loves herself. She doesn't have to have anything designer on. I walk around, I own dresses that cost less than 100 rand. Less than 100 rand. How much is that in dollars? I'm not really sure. But what is that? Like $10? Less than $10. I own dresses that are less than $10, and I turn heads with those dresses. And women walking around with Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, 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 Gucci. Their men are breaking their necks to look at me because I know how to pull myself together and look classy and good without hiding behind a label. I like labels. I like labels, you know, on certain things. Yeah. But I don't need them. I know how to hold my femininity in a $10 dress, So it's not about the price tag that it comes with. It's effort. Put effort in. Wake up an hour earlier. Put your makeup on. Spend an evening practicing how to put on your makeup. Practice how to straighten your hair, how to curl it, how to style it. Try on different outfit combinations. See what colors look best on your skin. What shapes look best on your body. What kind of dresses or what kind of pants or what kind of skirts or whatever. Walk around in heels. Learn how to walk in heels if you don't know how to walk in heels. A lot of women don't know how to walk in heels. So when I rock up in there on my Naomi Campbell catwalk, I turn heads because men are not used to seeing that in real life. They only see it on TV. So I stand out because it's like that's the first woman I've seen. Well, not the first, but a rare thing. You know what I mean? Women don't walk around in heels that confidently. They don't. I do. So I stand out. Do things to make yourself one better. Like go the extra mile for yourself. Get your nails done, get your eyebrows done, get some, invest in some gold jewelry, stuff that looks simple but expensive, not the stuff that you wear and 2 weeks later it's brown. It looks tacky, it looks childish. It's like, are you 19 years old? Are you not able to get yourself something of quality? Get something silver. Silver is not really that expensive, not as much as gold. Get a silver necklace. Like I had a silver necklace for the longest time. And the only reason why I changed to gold is because silver doesn't look as good on my skin as gold does. Um, but I get, gifts, jewelry gifts, because men see me wearing jewelry. If I wasn't wearing jewelry, no one would think to buy me jewelry. Do you know what I mean? So upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself. Take yourself to the next level. Imagine your ideal self. You've got everything that you want. You're at that level, where you want to be of success, whatever success means to you. Upgrade yourself, to that level. And remember, your looks are part of it. If you have to work out and eat better and tone your body, do that as well. That's part of it. I'm also doing that as well because quarantine, you know. So ladies, the point of this video, besides my makeup look, which I hope you like, um, take care of yourself first. Put yourself first. Put your looks up there. They are important. And they will get you the dating experience that you want. I can guarantee it. Be consistent, be patient. It takes time. It's like a good lifestyle hack. It's not a habit. It's not something that you do for like 2 weeks and then you lose weight or whatever. You change your whole lifestyle. Change it until this becomes who you are. And you'll start attracting men that don't just pretend to be nice guys, but they actually are good, genuine, nice men that want to treat you really well. So that's the video. Thank you so much for keeping me company on this Friday evening. Let me know what you thought about this topic. Let me know what you think about my makeup. Let me know what you think about my hair. What are you up to this Friday evening? Please do share the video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications if you haven't already. And yeah, as always, stay safe, look after yourself, keep it feminine, and I will catch you, beautiful people, in the next video. Bye.